I am Jacquie Franciulli for Gators Territory. Alongside me is Andrew Nembhard. Now, you've had a very eventful offseason. First, let's start with the draft process. How beneficial was going through all that and getting all those feedback that you received?
It was amazing. Got to really experience kind of the business side of the game and learn a lot about myself and what I need to do to kind of improve my game. And I was really excited about coming back, and I think we could do really big things this year for sure.
What are some of the things that you did learn and you hope to bring back to the team?
I learned a lot of things, just what it takes to kind of get to the next level and how hard you really need to work. I think I could bring that back to the team and just step into a leadership role this year.
You actually approached Mike White in the spring, almost, I think, immediately after the season over, to say, I want to lead this team. Why was that so important for you to do that at the conclusion of the season last year?
Just because I didn't really like the outcome of our season last year. I thought we could have done much better. And I feel like me stepping into that leadership role and other guys stepping into that leadership role could change the outcome of our season this year and kind of just push us all on a better platform.
How have you kind of approached being a leader of this team? I know you had to kind of delay your return because you were with Team Canada, but what have you really done when you got here to say, guys, this is what I imagine this season to look like?
Yeah, just be more vocal, preach our culture and the way we do things around here, and just lead by example on and off the court.
Was it frustrating for you last year because you were a freshman and you had that desire to lead, but you knew you were a first-year player?
A little bit frustrating, but I think later in the season I took on a bigger leadership role and kind of became more vocal. But I feel like if I did that a little bit earlier and matured earlier, we would have been better off last season.
I know there's a lot of new faces on this team here, 9 new guys. How has the locker room changed? I know Noah Locke said that it feels like this team is more unified than what it was last year.
Yeah, I think last year we were really unified too. I love those guys and I love being around them. But I think this year is a different energy. A lot of really motivated guys, a lot of really hungry guys, and I think our practices have been really competitive. So I think there's definitely a different vibe with the team. I think it's a new experience for us, and I think it's an exciting experience for us too.
What have you seen from those freshmen coming? And you were in their position last year.
I think I've seen a lot of hunger and a lot of feistiness out of them. We go at them, and they come right back at us. And it's kind of built a good environment in practice, and I think it's going to be good for us for sure.
Mike White said that he has not had so many leaders on one team like he has in this roster. Who are some of the guys, in addition to you, that really you've seen a change that want to kind of take hold of this team?
I think Noah and Keontae, Dante Bassett, Gak. I mean, definitely KJ being one of the older guys. I think those guys really stepped up. Even the freshmen, Trey, Scotty, those guys have been pretty vocal in practice, and I think it's been a great culture for all of us to lead and follow. And I think it'll be, with all of us doing that, I think it'll be a good environment.
With so many young guys on the roster, how great is adding a veteran guy like KJ this offseason?
It's huge. It's huge. He has the most years of college basketball experience of anybody on our team at a high level in the ACC, and I think he could bring his maturity on and off the court to our team. I think he has this comfortable and comforting kind of sense to him and wise sense to him that I think will be great for our young guys to kind of just feed off of and kind of learn from him.
I know as part of your role as a leader is also to help these younger players deal with the expectation that this team already has. You guys haven't practiced, but people have been talking about Final Four for this team. How do you handle that pressure before that first game even tips off?
Yeah, I think we just got to look at it as not really pressure. It's just a great opportunity for us to kind of play basketball to the highest level of our ability. And I don't think we need to look at any of those expectations because they're just expectations. I think we just need to stay in the moment, get better every practice, and kind of see where that leaves us in March and April.
With those expectations comes a little more pressure for the freshman guys especially. And you guys are so deep in a lot of positions, there might be frustrations at playing time down the road. As a leader, how do you help some of these guys deal with that? Because some of these guys were starters right off the bat from high school, coming in as, the biggest player on their team in the state.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something that we're going to have to deal with, having such a deep roster. But I think it's just about maturity and understanding that everybody is going to contribute to us winning and us doing well, and we'll all benefit from that individually. So I think if we just all stick to the plan, I think, and mature about how we go about it, I think we'll be fine.
Final question. I know you've already said that you don't want to kind of look at the expectations for this season, but how far can this team go in your mind?
I think the sky's the limit. Everybody's saying Final Four and Elite Eight and National Championship, but I'm really not trying to look towards that at all, really. I think the sky's the limit with all potential, but it's just potential.
Are you more confident coming into I know you were a freshman last year, but are you more confident in this team's ability than you were maybe last year?
Possibly. I think we had a lot of older guys, which so we were more mature kind of at the beginning of last year. But I think this team might have more potential to do more than what we did last year. I think it's all about with this year, like with last year and this year, just how we gel and how we operate as a team, rather than what people think we could be. And I think if that works out, then we can do great things this year compared to last year.